The Mira family of Lucknow was the perfect joint family, at least from the outside. A palatial house, three successful sons, daughters-in-law who hosted kitty parties, kids studying abroad or working in meds. The image was spotless. But behind the smiles, Namaste date, and WhatsApp family groups, there were storms, the kind no one dared to speak of. On Grandma Mitra's 80th birthday, surrounded by her family under the stars, she prayed innocently, "O Lord, may this family always stay united, and may we understand each other deeply from the heart." A fate or perhaps a bored celestial being took her literally. The next morning, everyone woke up with a strange power. They could hear what the other family members were thinking, and so began a descent into chaos. At first, it was funny. Tusher, the college student, thought while looking at his cousin's shoes, "That guy still wears fake Nikes." Cousin Harsh replied out loud, "They're real, you cheap Sherlock." Gasps, laughter, confusion. It took just 4 hours for the horror to unfold. At breakfast, Mohit's wife Reena glanced at her sister-in-law Nita and thought, "New gold set again, show off." Just because her husband earns in Dubai. Nita, pouring chai, responded coldly, "At least I didn't mortgage my bangles to send my son to Canada." At the same table, Amit thought as he looked at his elder brother Mohit, "Mr. Itim, but still living in this house like a king while I pay the bills." Mohit snapped back, "And who asked you to leave your job for startup dreams?" Years of subtle financial envy exploded like a volcano. That evening, Mohit went to his room to find peace. As he glanced at his phone, an old message thread from an ex-girlfriend popped up. He smiled and thought, "She still looks gorgeous. I wonder how life would have been with her." His wife Reena, who was just entering with tea, froze. She had heard it. Similarly, Tusher, the sweet-spoken teenager, always folded hands before his uncle Pradeep. But in his mind, two-faced miser can't even buy his own son a cricket bat. That night, Pradeep removed Tusher from his will. Mrs. Mira always adored her middle son's wife, Shalini. Sweet, soft-spoken, always helpful. But Shalini's thoughts, old witch, always playing favorites. "I hope her blood pressure finally does its job. Hope she dies soon so that we can sell her house." And Mrs. Mira heard it. Suddenly, Mrs. Mifra's love turned into thunderous rage. "You snakes, I called you my daughters." On the fourth night, all 21 members of the Mifra family sat silently in the courtyard. No one spoke, because thoughts were now more dangerous than knives. Mrs. Mifra folded her hands again. This time, there was no sweet wish. "Oh Lord, I was wrong. We're not meant to know each other's hearts." The mind is a jungle. A family survives not because of truth but despite it. And so, with that final prayer and perhaps the mercy of a wiser divine force, the boon was revoked. No one acknowledged what had happened. But something had changed. People now guarded their thoughts more carefully and valued their silences more generously. Everybody forgave others for their wicked thoughts. Mrs. Mira hugged her Bahu Shalini, cousins played carom with each other, parents helped kids with homework, everything was back to normal. Some things are best left unspoken. Hope you like my story. Please do subscribe to my channel for more interesting stories.